Saturday nights are always the most entertaining in the Trump era. You never know what you're going to get. You could get a funny post on Truth Social or World War. And it seems like we are getting World War tonight. Something big just popped off in the Middle East. President Trump canceled his golf outing early and returned to the White House. Donald Trump sped back into the city a couple hours ahead of schedule. What's that about? Trump makes abrupt return to the White House. Well, something wild just changed in the Middle East, obviously with Iran. Iran started firing on more commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz, testing President Trump's fury. Now they pay, says Pete Hegseth. But something unique is happening right now. HIMAR rockets, these are very large platform ground-based rockets, were launched from Bahrain towards Iran earlier. There are multiple rocket barrages that are slamming Iran right now. And these rockets are being launched by the Arab partner nations. So it sounds like everybody is just pissed off at Iran. And finally, the neighboring Arab countries may have had enough of their belligerence. You know, we got to sell our oil too, you pricks. And now they are launching American-made. Go see if we can watch this one blast off. HIMAR rockets. I mean, these are right here is what they look like. You've probably seen photos like this or are familiar, but these are very loud. I've seen them launch a few. Very loud, highly mobile, wheeled precision strike rocket missile systems mounted on a 5-ton truck frame, operated by a 3-person crew. The M142 HIMAR right there. Yo. So they're launching the big boys now. Apparently there are fighter jets over Tehran right now. This is a massive scale up. And Pete Hegseth has a message. Iran made a poor choice. Now they pay.
Iran just announced they begin a third round of strikes against Iran in response to Iranian forces attacking a Cyprus-flagged container ship in the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM says the U.S. is degrading Iran's ability to attack ships, and the strikes are being carried out at the direction of the commander-in-chief. Tom, let's go right back to you on this.
All right. Trump has the most fun on Saturday nights. Let's see. U.S. military is currently conducting intense strikes against Iran. This is the retaliation for attacks on civilian vessels. Here we go. This is the real news out of all this. I think this is quite fascinating. A U.S. official reveals tonight's strikes are hitting spans the full anatomy of Iran's anti-ship machine. Per Axios, citing a U.S. official, these strikes are reportedly hitting air, surface radars, missiles, drone storage facilities, drone launch sites, surface surveillance radar, surface-to-air missile launchers. Reported targets span every layer: the eyes that find the ships, the magazines that arm the attack, the launchers that fire them, and the air defense protecting it all. The third round of strikes this week, answering the IRGC's ship strike strait closure on deadline day, reported impact zones stretch the entire shoreline of Iran. There's unconfirmed air defense activity over Tehran, so they may be also going effectively for the head of the snake. Okay, this is again in response to Iran damaging commercial ships. Here's what I think is fascinating. Iran media claim Bahrain and Kuwait are firing on Iran. Iranian state media claim that both Gulf states are actively involved in tonight's strikes, along unconfirmed reports of HIMARS launch from Bahrainian soil. If confirmed, this is the first ground-to-ground missile fire at Iran since the ceasefire, breaking the war's only pattern. And the first time Gulf host countries have become the shooters. So these are Gulf countries launching ground missiles, ground-based missiles at Iran. That is a huge acceleration here. The strikes answer the IRGC's deadline day rampage, a missile into a cargo ship in the southern route. The exact lane Oman had just proposed fully reopening on Saturday's talks. Per Axios, Iranian delegation couldn't approve the Omanian proposal, took it to Tehran, and the hardliners answered with a ship attack hours later. Civilian crew member remains missing in the burning vessel. So they blew up a ship, and now they are getting blown to smithereens. Iranians, they attacked and struck a commercial ship and then announced a full closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. official confirmed that a ship was struck and suffered heavy damage. We expect the strikes to continue. Yeah, so this is a tough look. This is a big look at all these cities that are getting struck. Iran's largest gas processing complex and hub of South Pars gas field. Iran made a poor choice, and now they pay. There we go. Here's some footage coming out. You can see the flames. Israeli media says the U.S. are firing missiles from Bahrain into southern Iran. So still, they are using Iranian territory. I'm sorry, Middle Eastern country territory to fire into Iran. You can see right here. Fresh rounds of explosions in southern Iran. Multiple casualties. Ladies and gentlemen, latest American strikes, Iranian air surface radar missile systems. Okay. So heavy action going on. But the involvement of other Arab nations is big. So here we go. Large container ship hit by Iran today while transiting the Strait of Hormuz outbound. Was spotted docked in Dubai. Okay, what does Central Command say? Central Command forces began launching a third round of strikes against Iran after Revolutionary Guard blatantly attacked the Galaxy, a Cyprus-flagged container ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz. A civilian crew member missing the vessel is unable to continue its journey due to an onboard fire and significant engine room damage. Iran was provided yet another opportunity to demonstrate adherence to the Memorandum of Understanding after being held accountable for earlier attacks. In response, the United States is imposing heavy costs and continuing to degrade their ability to attack civilian ships. Strikes are being carried out in the direction of the commander-in-chief. So this is, of course, why President Trump has returned to the White House early in order to press the red button one more time. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. I fear that this is going to descend into an all-out Middle Eastern war, like it's just a massive civil war. I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know us. We want the focus to be on America first and to be on our country, but that's why these things become so dangerous, is that they can really, really spiral. War is ugly. Peace can sometimes also be very, very ugly. And so I guess we'll see which one we'll have in the morning. It's your boy, Benny. Like, share, and subscribe for more updates. We'll stay sober on Saturday nights to make sure we can cover the insanity that's happening in the world right now. It's your boy, Benny.